Well, we don't normally recommend The Atlantic, but this is really something. You got to read this profile of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She sat down for an interview, let's just say, not the best look for the Texas Democrat. The article, she claims in this article that she wanted to be the top Democrat, or at least the writer does, on the House Oversight Committee because she has the largest social media following of any of the members. Also noted by The Atlantic that her phone's lock screen is a picture of herself. Not many Democrats are a fan of her rhetoric. They say she's, quote, close to arson with some of the words that she uses. And she also, we find out, tried to shut down the profile after a number of her colleagues were contacted for comment. Yikes. Patrice Onwuka is back with us. Justin Young is here. And Justin, defend your congresswoman from your state of Texas. This is psycho. I mean, who has their lock screen of themselves? Okay, you want to have some family members if you're in that picture, but like just a picture of yourself, not a good look.
Dare I say, John, that she might not be the only egomaniac in Congress, but that is certainly, the Obama giving himself the medal meme. This is certainly, on that level. That being said, I'm going to zag here. I think that for the kind of character that she is creating, one that is larger, and look, she has a base right now that, according to polls, say that they would like their representatives to fight the Trump administration so hard they get shot. So for her to create this level of a combative nature that is not liked within her own party, I could think of worse things that she could do for her political future.
Well, I will say this about Jasmine Crockett. The really important metric in politics, Patrice, is how much money you can raise. And the whole entire article begins with Jasmine Crockett upset because she's not getting the endorsement of the Congressional Black Caucus to be the head of the House Intelligence or the House Oversight Committee, which is where a lot of brash, let's just say, people are placed because the hearings always get televised. And she's kind of like bickering with one of her staff members, but she's not getting that endorsement. But she is complaining how a lot of her colleagues are asking her for money. She does raise a ton of cash.
Well, I mean, I give her credit for really carving out a unique niche. She's trying to position herself as the anti-Trump, the one Democrat in Congress who is going to tell it like it is, who's going to use profanity, who's going to snap her neck around and get your attention. Whether that works in actually changing policy is a totally different discussion, but she's effective in getting attention, and that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to, if you notice, she doesn't want to be part of the squad. She doesn't want to be part of, standing side by side with AOC or even Bernie Sanders for that matter. She's kind of said, belittled their tours and said it's about them. Really, she wants it to be about her. But I think at the end of the day, the question is about longevity. And will she stay in office long enough to be able to earn that right to head the Oversight Committee? That's a different question. And frankly, the fact that she can't get 33 other Democrat colleagues to actually answer some questions for a fluff piece interview by The Atlantic suggests that maybe she won't be around that much longer.
There's this evolution of Jasmine Crockett happening now, too. There's a famous clip of her talking about why she decided to get into politics and go to law school. She claimed at one point, Justin, that she was the victim of a hate crime. And then the lawyer representing her really, convinced her to go to law school. That was her inspiration. But there was a more recent clip, I think she was on one of the late night shows, where she talked about the fact that she became a lawyer because she was in a high school play or something and then was convinced to go on to be in, some sort of mock trial and everything. If she's going to constantly change her story, I don't think she has much of a future.
I mean, she might not have a future in the House because I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a Senate race here in Texas, and her name has been mentioned as a possible candidate to run there because there's the idea that this could be a weakened Republican field with Ken Paxton right now running against John Cornyn. John Cornyn possibly thinking about retiring because he is running behind Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton's got his own issues off the field per se. So could this be Senator Crockett that we are talking about?
What do you think, Patrice? Real quick, we got about 30 seconds.
I hope not. I really hope not. I mean, I don't know as much about your state's politics as you do, but you know, from a national perspective, you know, she's done a lot of damage to the I think the Democratic branch. Certainly, she speaks to a small slice, but she certainly doesn't speak to the moderate side, and I don't think they think she represents them well.
All right, Patrice Onwuka, so great to see you. Justin Young, great to have you here with us as well. We'll talk to you both soon.
Always. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on this Tuesday.